You're listening to Body Confident Friday, the place to be for tools, strategies, and perspectives to help you feel more comfortable and confident in your body. I'm Judy Craddock, the Body Confidence Coach, author of the Little Book of Body Confidence, and creator of the Body Confidence Journey, the coaching program for women who want to stop chasing the perfect body and embrace the one that they are in. Welcome to the show. So today I want to talk about body image stories. And no, I don't mean that I'm actually going to tell you a story about body image. I mean the stories or narratives that we create about our body that can keep us from having a healthy relationship with it. And according to neuroeconomist Paul Zak, whenever we feel scared or anxious, our brain will make up a story to help us navigate the obstacles that we're up against. And this is just a form of protection. And this got me thinking about how this might apply to our bodies and our body image. And so when it comes to your body, there are lots of different stories that you could tell yourself that could help to ease your body anxiety and dissatisfaction. And the point that Paul Zak makes, that when we hear a story, our brain releases oxytocin, which is also known as the cuddle hormone, which helps to calm us down, but it also encourages storytelling behavior in the future. But the problem is, the story about our body or whatever it is doesn't have to be real for you to still get that oxytocin hit that makes you feel better, which means it's easy to get stuck in an unhelpful story. So this got me thinking about the sorts of unhelpful stories that a lot of my clients have created that really hold them back from having a better relationship with their body. So I've got 4 to share with you in this episode, just so that you can become aware of them and notice if they're true for you. So one of the main stories I come across is, this time the diet will work. And diets are a prime example of an unhelpful body story. I would say they're actually more of a fantasy type story. When you experience anxiety about your weight, your brain is then prompted to create a story that can lessen those uncomfortable feelings. So along comes the diet story. So you imagine yourself going on a diet, achieving amazing weight loss, and then having this life that you've always dreamed of, that you've kind of really built up. Does that sound familiar? But when the diet doesn't work, rather than saying, oh, well, just diets don't work, that story is not true, we search for the next miracle diet. And so this perpetuates the diet fairy tale, as I call it, which sadly doesn't have a happily ever after. And what happens is the brain just keeps on supplying the feel-good hormones on each diet, and the vicious cycle continues. So now it's really time to tell yourself a different body story if you've been buying into this idea that the diet will work this time. If it was going to work, it would have worked already. The diets are the problem, not you. They're never going to work. If you want to feel better about your body, you need to play the longer game. There is no quick fix. And the longer game is body acceptance. So that is unhelpful body story number 1. This time the diet will work. Unhelpful body story number 2 that I often come across is, I'll be happier or more successful once I'm thinner. I know it's appealing to think that changing your body is the cure-all for anything that isn't working in your life. And it's a story that so many women tell themselves practically on a loop. But it doesn't guarantee success, happiness, or joy. The only thing it does guarantee is that your life is going to be put on hold. It's completely possible for you to achieve any of the things that you want to without making a single change to the way that you look. Making your body responsible for the quality of your life is a surefire way to misery. So tell yourself that you are capable of anything that you desire. Because if you think that you don't deserve to be happy, you won't be. If you think that you don't have what it takes to be successful, success is going to evade you. Remember, you are worthy of happiness, joy, and success regardless of your dress size. So that's unhelpful body story number 2. I'll be happier, more successful, etc. once I'm thinner. Unhelpful body story number 3 is exercise is only beneficial if it's exhausting. And this is one that I personally came across many years ago. I was told by a fitness instructor that yoga did not count as one of my weekly exercise sessions because it just wasn't strenuous enough. And I can only assume that this instructor's main focus was on weight loss and body shape rather than looking at health more holistically, because yoga has amazing health benefits, including increased flexibility, stress reduction, and just general improvements in well-being. And sadly, there are some individuals in the fitness industry, and I'm not saying this at all, I'm not saying this as a blanket statement. There are some individuals who are perpetuating a poor body image rather than a healthy body image. I know that there are plenty of fitness instructors who really care about their clients' overall health and well-being. So that's not to say that this is true right across the industry. But when you focus, or when the focus of exercise is on weight and body shape goals, we know that it does more harm to body image than good. The idea of no pain, no gain is not about health. It's about punishing the body. Exercise doesn't and shouldn't be painful. I mean, I know I've done it in the past. I've exercised through pain, but I don't do it now. To be effective for health, exercise only really needs to be moderate. And in terms of your mental health and your body image, regular moderate activity such as walking can have amazing benefits. And I always say, above all, exercise needs to be enjoyable to be sustainable. The most important thing is that you move in ways that are fun for you. And if you find yourself locked in a grueling fitness regime where your story is no pain, no gain, it's really time to have a rethink for the sake of your body and your body image. So that's unhelpful body story number 3. Exercise is only beneficial if it's exhausting. Unhelpful body story number 4. Hanging on to my smaller jeans or whatever other piece of clothing it is for you will motivate me to slim down. I can remember speaking to a lady who said she was going to spend the summer slimming into a dress for her 40th birthday. And I thought that sounded like a really miserable way to spend the summer on some fad diet that won't work. Many women mistakenly think that if they hang on to clothes that are really too small for them, that will motivate them to lose weight. And at that point, they'll be happier or more successful. But hanging on to clothes that no longer fit you or are a struggle to get into is not good for your body image, because those clothes only serve as a constant reminder that you're not at the size that you used to be, or you're not at the size that you would like to be. And the story of I'll slim down into those clothes, it really doesn't serve you. Having clothes in your wardrobe that fit your body as it is now is the key to improving your body image. So get into the habit of regularly clearing out any clothing that no longer fits or that makes you feel dissatisfied or uncomfortable with your body when you wear them. So that is unhelpful body story number 4. Hanging on to my smaller, whatever clothes they are, will motivate me to slim down. And finally, I just want to talk about moving on from your unhelpful body story or body stories, because there can be more than one. Remember that your brain is wired to keep you safe and secure, but its stories aren't always helpful. Your brain is designed for safety, not for happiness. And there are many potential stories you can tell yourself that are bad for your body image. And the important thing is to recognize what they are and work on creating new empowering stories that will help create a healthier body image. So I'd love to know, what stories do you tell yourself that you think perhaps are not so helpful for your body image? Leave me a comment below wherever you are listening. That's all I've got for this episode of Body Confident Friday. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to catch you next time.